Lakey the Kid, can't forget drawers. The Hillbillies, my man Slate, Wallet Head, Black.
The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Oakland as the Warriors go up against the Sacramento Kings. And guys, for the Kings, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. And with a few moments here, we've seen a lot of coaching turnover. When you played, Shaq, what did you like in a coach, and what set the good ones apart?
Well, my coach had to be a triple OC. He had to be over calm, over cool, over collective. Especially with all the media action is that guy. He kept in collective in the locker room. He was a triple OC.
Triple OC, almost like a triple OG. But I'll tell you, have great relationships with their players. And those relationships go far beyond basketball. Most great coaches would talk to you 20% basketball, 80% life.
Triple OC, 80-20. Good stuff. Good stuff. Happy to be here with you two guys. It's very deep. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Thanks, homie.
An off-kilter look at the iconic Golden Gate Bridge, a symbol of California and the San Francisco Bay Area. The Warriors have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend home court here at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Boys, nice night.
You look at Sacramento. Looking at their performance last year, they're about where you'd expect them to be, guys. They'd like to take that next step in a positive direction here, Steve, with a win.
I guarantee you what, guys, the adrenaline is already flowing on both sides. A rivalry matchup like this means a little more to the players than just any other game.
And not just the players, Greg. How about the fans, too? I mean, they get into this thing as well. We've got an electric atmosphere in here, just like it always is when these two teams square off. It should be a good one, and I'm glad to be right in the middle of it.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. Cauley Stein is out there with DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Rondo in at the 1. It was a trade that seemingly had been talked about for several years. Finally last season, Boston shipping out Rajon Rondo to the Dallas Mavericks, Clark, halfway through the season.
Yeah, and it seemed to me to be a trade that actually helped both teams.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Suns.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
Now here's Rondo. Andrew Bogut unable to get his shot to go. Rondo dishes to Gay. Can't get it to go. Good D by Thompson. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
The Kings have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Rondo. Now the dish to Cousins. From 6 feet. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Cousins has got his second basket of the night.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Curry against Rondo. It's Curry with the drive. Right through the D for the layup.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Outside Rondo. He dishes it to Cauley Stein. They set the pick. 4 on the clock. In the corner, it's McLemore. Green with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Again, Curry missing.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Here's Gay, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Sacramento leading by 4. A moment to check in with Dortmund.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
Here's Rondo following the basket by Stephen Curry. Cauley Stein kicks to McLemore. To the paint. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
Here's Gay. It's tipped. They recover it. And Cousins kicks to Rondo. Back to Cousins. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. And it's 6 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. So we'll see Steph Curry go to the line right here. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. Different look here for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Kuvas checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. Bellinelli, he's checked in for McLemore. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. A nice shot by Kufis.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road, one of the all-time outstanding history.
Outside Collison. Bellinelli. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Warriors trail by. Here's Bellinelli, covered by Barbosa. Cauley Stein's shot is good. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the King.
Guys that have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Now, here's Kufis after the miss from Stephen Curry. And he gets it to go.
Excellent feed from D.C., Darren Collison.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in.
And Costa Kufis, an excellent rotation center. I mean, he gets after it on the inside. He'll give you some rebounds, can block some shots. He's made himself into a factor.
Now here's Iguodala. 9-point game his last outing. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Iguodala's got his first 2 points. And Kufa's not really a shooter, Clark. He does his damage around the rim.
Yeah, he really does. The former Buckeye is a great screen setter. He attacks the offensive glass, plays within himself, knows his role, and he does it well.
Here's Collison. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota. Bellinelli dishes to Kufis. And here comes Livingston, leading the fast break. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And now let's bring you the list of the top 3-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games. The Warriors, number 1. 5th best, the Kings.
When you knock down three-pointers at a high rate, it's attributable to spacing, Kevin. Spreading the floor so defenses can't cover that shot and get there to challenge them.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
Here's Iguodala, and he goes in for the dunk.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Here's Bellinelli. 17 points in his last outing. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Collison. Up and in from the low block. Collison's got his first points of the night. Warriors trail by 4. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Goufus grabs the miss.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. The Kings on top, leading by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The second quarter beginning in just a moment. And for the Kings guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game, it allows you to get into a good rhythm offensively.
It really does. I mean, it's a lot easier to get buckets inside. That's elementary, and they've done that through one.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Livingston in at the point guard position.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Now here's Gay. Really struggled in the loss against Minnesota. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Curry's checked in for Sean Livingston. On defense, Golden State trailing by 2. Rondo kicks to Cousins. 6 to shoot. The jump hook. That one wide left.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
The score now all even.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
The Kings were off to a hot start last year, but things certainly fell apart midway. A big factor in that was the messy firing of their coach, Mike Malone.
Yeah, really, that firing came out of nowhere to the fans and the players, and it seemed odd to fire a coach that has been leading his team to good basketball.
Curry gets the bucket.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Pass to Caspi. There's the triple. The Warriors pull it in. Bogut's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And, you know, we'll never really know the full details of why Malone was fired, but the effect it had on the team was easy to see. Kings really tailspinned out of control afterward.
Sacramento with the ball after the miss from Stephen Curry. Rondo with it, and Curry picks him up defensively, and that one's good.
Timeout.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
You know, the Kings, I think, will look back and realize they made a dubious decision the way they handled that coaching change. I mean, lucky for them, they were able to right things, so to speak, by landing George Karl later on. Clearly one of the better coaches in NBA history.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Ben McLemore, he's checked in for the Kings.
You know, even against defense as tight as that, you You expect him to bury those.
Yeah, I don't know, though, Clark. That defender was on him like glue on that possession. That would have been a heck of a bucket, even though we've seen him hit those in the past.
Now Gabe. After the missed three from Stephen Curry. Screen by Cousins. Cousins with a screen on Curry. Here's Rondo. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
Shots good by McLemore. Warriors trail by 4. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Now here's Curry, coming in off a 41-point performance last game out. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
If they think that kind of defense is going to get it done against him, they're mistaken.
Rondo kicks to Gay. The Warriors pull it in.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
And for the Kings, they come in off the loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them because for long stretches, they were the better team.
Well, if you only looked at the stat sheet, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. I mean, it was a case of a few small things, some of the intangibles that didn't go their way in the end.
Timeout called by the Kings. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotaged them. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what George Karl was saying to the team. He said their plan was to run their offense through Collison. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Warriors have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And Green gets it to go.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
The Warriors making a switch here. Livingston's checked in. Rudy Gay on the wing. He's covered by Iguodala. And it's Gay again missing.
Major defensive lapse right there. He's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Here is Livingston. He's covered by Collison. Livingston kicks to Spates. Azili the pass to Spates. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Iguodala. Got a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Sacramento.
Marco Bellinelli.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And one thing about Ben McLemore, he can be an absolute lights-out shooter. Last season was a big improvement over his rookie campaign. Up in field goal, three-point, and free throw accuracy. Really just scratching the surface in terms of his potential.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And for Ben McLemore out of Kansas, he knew he had to work harder after the Kings drafted a guy to replace him, Nick Stauskas. And, of course, Stauskas went on to have Clark an even worse rookie campaign than McLemore had the year before.
Yeah, and McLemore actually on the uptick, very much improving in year 2, and that means perhaps Stauskas will be the odd man out.
Now the Kings with it. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Sacramento again missing.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Collison after the made shot from Andre Iguodala.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Livingston, that's good. Now it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
That will count. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And a pretty tight.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They never got too far behind as their largest deficit in the period was 8. Some great work in the second quarter as they fought hard and were able to make up the difference and then some, now leading by 1. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, I love how they're getting points in transition. It's about pushing the ball, being aggressive, and then finishing with authority. Several times they beat the defense down the floor and ended up with easy buckets. If they can continue to keep that tempo up in the second half, they'll be difficult to beat.
Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
I really like how they limited turnovers. You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points, a lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. The Kings shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. The second half is underway, and here's who George Karl's got on the floor. McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Cauley Stein, and it's Rondo in at the 5. Now here's Rondo. Green with the block. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Bogut. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Rondo kicks to McLemore. Here's Cousins. That drops. Cousins has got 8.
No, he didn't. Did he just break out the finger roll? That's nice.
Sacramento didn't have a free-flowing offense, and they wanted to get up and down, and it showed in their play transitioning from stagnant to free-flowing.
Sacramento, a team that is likely to put it on the floor to attack. We saw that last year. They have no problem creating with player movement versus ball movement, which is something which is a nice way to kind of begin the transition.
It is, and Kevin, they were dead last in the league in terms of catch-and-shoot field goal attempts. Also near the bottom in catch-and-shoot field goal percentage, so they might have been justified in that.
The free throw drops for Curry.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined, and you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist.
Oh! And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia, stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Warriors running again. From deep. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. The Kings trail by 5. Gay kicks to Rondo. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got his 5th assist in this one.
You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
Caspi is checked in for Cauley-Stein. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Rondo. And the Kings pushing it up now. Whoa!
Woo. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Moment here now for an injury report.
Well, guys, the Kings head athletic trainer gave me an update. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. The season is young, but that is tough news to get at any point in the year. We'll see how well the team comes together in his absence. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Hopefully we'll see him very soon.
Well, they like him back as quick as possible, but they also want him healthy.
And the rejection by Cousins. Outside Rondo, down low, kicks it out to Gay. McLemore inside the line, but he stays with it. Caspi for the lead. Count it, and the foul. They get Stephen Curry.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Rajon Rondo, guys, really needs to operate in a system that's point guard centric. He needs the ball to be effective. Pushing it, driving, dishing. When he has to play off the ball, that's when trouble starts.
Shots good by Gay.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
And Curry, here we go.
Taking a look here at numbers for Andrew Bogut. How his last 10 games have gone. He's putting up 6 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for McLemore. And both free throws good for Curry.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Rondo kicks to Gay. The pass to Cousins. Soft touch off the glass. Cousins has got 4 this quarter. And for Rondo, he's almost a throwback at the point, fearlessly taking it to the hole, getting knocked down, and getting right back up to fight another round. The thing maybe against him right now is what kind of guy influence? What is he like on a team, and how does he affect it?
That's a great point. And also nowadays in the NBA, there's more of a premium on shooting and spacing. So it's going to be up to Rondo to adjust to that new style. That's going to be the question. Can he make that transition?
Well said.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Curry kicks to Bogut. Screen by Bogut. Thompson dishes to Green. Back to Thompson. The 9-foot shot. Uses the glass to drop it in. Thompson's got 8 points.
I love the offensive execution on that possession.
Rondo passes to Bellinelli. He kicks to Cousins. They double him with Green. Gay in the corner. Off the screen. Nice D from Bogut.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Here's Bellinelli, guarded by Green. And Bellinelli kicks to Caspi. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Nobody near Barnes. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Barnes.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
Different look here. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Then for the Kings, Kufis checked in for Cousins. Cauley Stein comes in for Caspi. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. And it's Kufis missing.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, guys. Well, George Karl had some advice for the team in that last huddle. He said their plan was to run their offense through Gay. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Now, here's Collison. Defense is right there. Nice job coming off that screen. Bellinelli's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Outside Collison. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Spates. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Here's Thompson, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's on Darren Collison. The Warriors have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. That free throw good from Thompson. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Yeah, that's a big miss right there. Now only a 1-point lead.
And stolen by Spates. Iguodala left side. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Barnes and Green are the forward set. Curry is out there with Barbosa, and it's Ezeli in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the group out there for Golden State. That's a 2 from Barnes. Up again. It's good on the putback. Ezeli's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Warriors.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from Rondo.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job. Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Caspi for 3, and another 3 for Sacramento.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
The Warriors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Curry's shot is good.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Offensive rebound. The feed to Ezeli. And the 3 off target. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Rondo, good.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Well, last season, Greg, another year without playoff basketball in Sacramento. A shame to see some of the best fans in the NBA not be a part of the postseason.
That's a great point, Kevin. Now, 9 straight years where the Kings have failed to make the postseason. 29-win seasons aren't going to get you very far when you're battling in the West.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
The drive-by game. It's blocked. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And Green slams it in.
And he looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here. And, you know, you mentioned the 9 straight years without a playoff appearance for the Kings. Their last trip was in 2006. And since then, they've been rebuilding. That's the second longest playoff drought in the NBA.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Both free throws good from Cousins.
Well, if the Kings do make it back to the playoffs, you know they'll be dangerous. Their fans have been through so much the last few seasons. They really deserve to see a team in postseason contention.
Rondo kicks to Gay. It's stolen by Bogut. Here's Barnes. Sacramento grabs the miss. Green with the block. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Cousins inside. Bogut on him. Offensive rebound. Warriors leading by 5. Barnes kicks to Curry. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Curry's got 12 points here in the second half. Kings have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Timeout called by the Kings.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012. after 2 seasons at Carolina. I remember also in high school he was a teammate of Dougie McBucket.
Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I. Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
Cauley Stein with the screen for Gay. Takes the 13-footer. The shot no good. Great D that time from Green.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
And Mac, here's Cousins. Curry with the defensive effort. Green with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. And the Kings making a change here. Collison's out there.
Into the lineup for the Kings, Darren Collison.
There's the pick. Cousins dishes to Cauley Stein. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. 6 points for Willie Cauley Stein.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
On the wing, Thompson, guarded by McLemore. Thompson with the bucket. The Kings trail by 7. Right side, Collison. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
Here's Cousins. Great D that time from Green.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Curry's shot is off. Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from McLemore.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Not when the game's hanging in the balance. That makes it a little different. He was going to get to the rim no matter who.
Pass it to Green. Cauley Stein grabs the board. The Kings trail by 3. Here's Gay. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're behind by 4. 107 left in the fourth quarter. .107 left in the fourth quarter. Collison against Curry. Here's Cousins, and it's sent back by Bogut. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're down by 4. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .56 seconds left in the game. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, DeMarcus Cousins in this one, 12 points. He has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Both free throws good from Cousins.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Outside, Green. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
The drive by Collison. Dishes to Cousins. No good. Curry with some nice D.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
The drive by Collison. Again, the miss by the Kings. On the wing, Thompson shoots it up. Off the left rim and out. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They trail by 5. 7 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 7 seconds left in the fourth. And for 3, Collison, no good. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. Tell us how you were able to take control of this game and pull out the win here tonight.
You know, we missed some key shots, but in the end, we just stuck together and played good defense. You know, we helped each other out, so we played real good collectively tonight.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. During the second half, it seemed like he was simply on a mission. Really didn't let up.
He was doing some serious battling with the bigs down low. He's not afraid to go hard to the rack wherever he had the chance. He doesn't care about their size. He's going in there, and he's going in there often. I think he caught him off guard with that aggressive behavior.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.